Not as well known and often overlooked in favour of its Western European neighbours, Eastern Europe is a hidden gem on the European continent. The Cold War, civil wars, border conflicts and political upheaval have kept tourists away from this part of Europe in the past. But in recent years, with rail links between cities and countries allowing easy travel throughout, tourists have started to flock to the region once again. Attracted by mesmerising medieval castles, charming old towns, UNESCO World Heritage Sites and visibly stunning natural wonders, visitors are rewarded with experiences that will live with them forever. In this video we will show you our top 10 best places to visit in Eastern Europe. But before we do, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on future travel destination videos. Number 10. Mostar. The historic city of Mostar in southern Bosnia and Herzegovina is located in a deep valley on the banks of the Neretva River. It is most famous for its historic 15th century UNESCO recognised old bridge called Stari Most. Stari Most is a beautiful example of Ottoman architecture and a symbol of the city, which has since been restored after being destroyed in 1993 during the Yugoslav wars. Today, tourists can gaze in awe at the divers of the Mostar Diving Club as they leap from the 25-metre high bridge into the water below. In fact, since 2015, the bridge has been part of the Red Bull Cliff Diving World Series, with the series stopping in Mostar annually. Other than the bridge, visitors can spend time exploring the bustling bazaars along the riverside streets, as well as visiting the churches, mosques and synagogues of this gorgeous little multicultural melting pot. Number 9. Transylvania. This fairy tale-like region, in the shadow of Romania's Carpathian Mountains, is set in a gorgeous temperate landscape, with stunning medieval fortresses and castles for you to visit and explore. While it is unlikely that you'll bump into Count Dracula or any other vampires on your trip, you can visit Bran Castle, which was the inspiration for Bram Stoker's Dracula's home. The main cities to visit in the region are Sibiu and Brasov, easily the two most beautiful cities in Romania, while the colourful city of Sighisoara is full of Saxon-inspired architecture. Outside the city you'll find picturesque little villages, surrounded by green pastures and temperate forests, which are visually stunning, particularly when visiting in the autumn. When travelling with children or looking for a break from exploring the historical sites within the region, a trip to the Salina Turda is on the cards, which is an underground amusement park built within the remains of an old salt mine. Business Insider magazine recently ranked it as one of the 25 best hidden gems in the world that are worth the trek. Number 8. Tallinn. Set in the northeasternmost corner of Europe, Tallinn is Estonia's capital city. It is a charming city set on the Baltic coast, with an old town that dates back to the 14th century and which has now been recognised as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. On a walk through the old town's intriguing streets, you'll find the huge stone towers of Viru Gate on the old city wall, as well as medieval churches and a gothic town hall, mixed in with chocolate shops and street cafes, selling coffee and local beers. Attractions outside of the old town include the St. Alexander Nevsky Cathedral with its stunning Russian Orthodox architecture, the Toompea Castle and the Kadriog Palace, which today is a popular art museum. Number 7. Lake Bled. Only 1 hour from the Slovenian capital of Ljubljana, Lake Bled sits at the foot of the Julian Alps in the northwest of Slovenia. This picturesque natural wonder is surrounded by snow-capped mountains and lush green forests. While most visitors stay in the nearby town of Bled, and use it as a base for hiking and day trips. There is no doubt what the main attraction is to the area: the majestic Bled Castle, which is perched high above the lake on Bled Island. Visitors can travel out to the island and visit the castle by traditional Slovenian wooden boats called Plitvice. As well as visiting the castle, there is also the opportunity to participate in a number of water sport activities which the lake has to offer. While the lake is amongst Slovenia's most popular tourist destinations, it is more than easy to find a calm and relaxing space on this lake and what is set in some of the most beautiful scenery in Eastern Europe. Number 6. Budapest. Situated on the banks of the mighty Danube River, Budapest is a historic city comprised of 3 former towns: Buda, Óbuda and Pest. The Hungarian capital is famed for its architecture, historic buildings, thermal spas and gastronomical delights. Over the centuries, the city and its architecture has been shaped by Roman, Ottoman, Jewish, Neo-Gothic and Renaissance influences. The city centre by the Danube is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, with its magnificent medieval Buda Castle situated on Castle Hill, and the 13th century Matthias Church overlooking the Danube in the Buda region, while Pest, on the eastern bank, is known for its Neo-Gothic spires and Parliament building, which is the 3rd largest in the world. The city also has the largest geothermal cave network in the world, with over 80 hot springs. Since the 16th century, a number of baths have appeared in the city, taking advantage of this natural phenomena, with the Gellert, Rudus and Széchenyi being the most popular amongst visitors, with all 3 surrounded by awe-inspiring architecture. For a gastronomical experience, there are few places in the world that can compete with Budapest. With its world-famous goulash, which is a meat and spice stew, to chicken paprikash and yokai bean soup, there are plenty of Hungarian culinary delights for you to sample during your time in the city. Number 5. Krakow. There are only a handful of cities in the world that can compare to the beauty of the Polish city of Krakow. The city somehow managed to escape the devastation of World War II, and the iconic buildings such as the marvellous St Mary's Basilica, St Florian's Gate, the city walls, and the Wall Castle have endured to this day. You can spend a few days exploring the old town with its medieval streets and Rynek Glauni Cafe Line Square. Towards the south of the city, beside the Wisła River, you'll find Kazimierz, also known as the Jewish Quarter. Prior to World War II, Kazimierz was the home of Krakow's Jewish population, and today the neighbourhood is a cultural mecca, with trendy boutiques, art galleries, street cafes, museums and old synagogues for you to explore. From Krakow, visitors can also take day trips to visit the epicentre of the Holocaust at the Auschwitz-Birkenau concentration camp. This is a harrowing experience and details the suffering that the Jewish population experienced during World War II. Number 4. Kotor. Almost hidden at the end of a long coastal inlet in the Adriatic Sea lies the beautiful Bay of Kotor. There are few towns in the world that are set amongst such dramatic and gorgeous scenery as Kotor. This medieval Montenegrin town with its red tile roofs and narrow maze of cobble streets is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The town is surrounded by huge defensive walls, and the entrance is through a dramatic 15th century Venetian sea gate, which opens into the Square of Arms, overlooked by a majestic clock tower. There are plenty of places to visit in the old town, including St Tryphon's Cathedral and the Maritime Museum of Montenegro, which displays Kotor's proud maritime history. For the more adventurous types, a hike up the mountains via the Kotor ladder will lead you to the remains of San Giovanni Fort, which offers breathtaking panoramic views across the bay and mountains. If you prefer just to relax and people watch, Kotor has many street cafes and restaurants offering fresh seafood and Adriatic delights. At night, the streets are alive with the noise of bustling Montenegrin wine cellars and live music from rooftop bars. Number 3. Plitvice Lakes National Park. There are few places in Europe, or around the world for that matter, that can rival the sheer natural beauty of Plitvice Lakes National Park in northern Croatia. This UNESCO World Heritage Site covers an area of over 300 metres squared and consists of 16 terrace lakes that spill from one into another through a series of waterfalls as they cascade through a narrow limestone canyon. The vivid emerald and turquoise colours are sublime and enhance the tranquility of the surroundings as you stroll along the trails and floating boardwalks within the park. In addition to the stunning scenery, an abundance of biodiversity exists within the park, including bears, wolves, deer, boars, rare birds, and a variety of fish species. Even if you just spend the day in the park, it will be an experience that lives with you forever. Number 2. Dubrovnik. The Dalmatian coast of Croatia is renowned for its dramatic shorelines, turquoise blue waters and golden beaches, and sitting in the heart of the coastline is a small old town known as the Pearl of the Adriatic, Dubrovnik. This dramatic yet charming fortress town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and has been the setting of a number of Hollywood movies over the years, and more recently, the HBO smash hit series Game of Thrones. Although the town sustained some damage from bombings during the Balkans War in 1991, the town has since recovered and buildings have been restored to their former glory. Visitors usually access the old town through the Pile Gate and stroll down the historic Stradum Esplanade towards the Clock Tower and Orlando's Column, which gives the visitors a real feel for the history of the place. The main highlights in the old town include the Cultural History Museum, the city walls, the Spanish Steps, the harbour, the Rector's Palace, and a number of Catholic and Venetian cathedrals and churches. After spending the day exploring the old town, visitors can relax on the Banje beach just outside the harbour, or explore many of the secluded beaches, bays and sea caves along the beautiful Dalmatian coastline. Number 1. Prague. One of the oldest cities in Europe, dating back to 1870 AD, Prague was once one of Europe's best kept secrets, but in recent years it has soared in popularity and it's not hard to see why. With its awe-inspiring Baroque, Renaissance and Gothic architecture, a simple stroll down Prague streets make you feel like you're walking through the centuries. The number one attraction in the city is undoubtedly Prague Castle. With its numerous spires and 9th century architecture, the castle today is the home of the Czech head of state, but in the past was the home of Bohemian kings. The UNESCO World Heritage Site, the castle is known to be the largest ancient castle in the world. It's also free to enter, so make sure this is high on your list of places to visit. The other main sites of interest in Prague include the Charles Bridge, with its numerous arches over the river Vltava, and Petrin Hill, with its stunning scenic views over the city. The city also boasts numerous art galleries, theatres, museums and Cold War bunkers to visit. After a busy day exploring the city, you can enjoy a famous Czech beer in one of the street cafes in the Old Town Square, under the Prague Astronomical Clock, which is widely believed to be one of the oldest functioning clocks in the world. As a budget-friendly destination with awe-inspiring old world charm, it is no wonder that Prague is the number one place to visit in Eastern Europe. Do you agree with our top 10 best places to visit in Eastern Europe? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed watching, please like this video and subscribe to this channel, so that we can continue to bring you more travel destination videos in the future.